Okay, today we're continuing on our series of webcasts, and let me turn on the light here. Anyway, what I want to discuss real quick is what is our purpose? What is our purpose? What is our reason for being? Okay, and we're not an ordinary company. And we don't sell outrageously priced products over the internet to people. If we do sell you anything, it's usually because a license agreement forces us to do so, or something else. But we carefully screen everything to make sure that it is of the highest quality available. And otherwise, most of the material that we make ourselves is available free of charge for your use and your perusal. All we ask is that you begin to patronize some of the companies that we represent. And the reason for this is we're creating a new paradigm, a new world. And so if you participate in our network, and if you buy products and services from one of our companies, then you are helping to support what we're doing. All right. Let me see. I would like to go into something today a little bit different. And let me see how much time we've got left. Oh, we've got plenty of time. But what I need to show you is very important, and so I need to sort of do this visually because otherwise you may not be able to capture it on a pure audio. So what we're going to cover today are energy movements, and of course I will go into more detail on this in a future podcast, but I want to get some of the basics covered in this short video so that you can actually see, some of the energy movements. Now, let me see about backing up here a little bit so that the camera can catch more of what I'm doing. Now, I'm not able to stand at this time, so therefore I'm doing this seated down. But some of this is more important or more effective if you do from a standing position. Now let's see, I'm not used to using this camera, so I want to try and get myself centered into it. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, I guess I'm kind of centered into it now. Alright, now, I want you to imagine that you're in a swimming pool. Alright, and now those of you who are swimmers, you know that as you push against the water, you send shock waves clear across the pool to one side or the other. And so therefore, I think you can understand what I'm talking about here. Now, your energy, because as I've mentioned in some of our podcasts, you are surrounded by energy. And your higher self is actually composed of energy. And as I've discussed before, the energy plugs into your body about where your heart chakra is. Okay. Now, usually people are not aware of this energy, and they're not really aware of what they're propagating. Probably the closest that comes to this are martial arts people. Some of them are aware of the energy movements, and some of them are not. In martial arts world, this is called chi, okay? And that comes from your chi chakra, which is just down right below your belly button. And that's where your chi energy comes. Now, whether they realize it or not, martial arts people, whether it be karate or one of the other ones, okay, is they've learned to subconsciously project their chi energy. So, for example, when you go to, in karate, when you go to do a chop and you want to cut a piece of wood, you're doing it with as much of your energy as you are physically. And in order to, the people in karate know that they have to maintain a state of concentration. Otherwise, they're going to injure their hand. And that's why, because you're actually doing this almost as much or just as much with your energy body as you are with your physical body. All right, so, and there are martial arts people who are able to just make a motion like this and throw somebody across the room, and that's how they're doing it. They've learned how to project their chi energy. Now, as an illustration of this, you can take your hands like this and start moving them around in a circular pattern. Let me see. I'm not sure we're catching this. You imagine a ball. That you're holding some kind of a ball, and feel the energy as it's projecting between your hands and creating the ball. And do that for a while, and then compress the ball down and feel the energy respond. Now, take it at about chest level and then go like this and project it out, throw the ball, and you've just learned how to throw an energy projectile at someone. Okay? Now, the power of your projection depends on your level of training. If you're not very well trained, then your projection will be small. But if, for example, you're a martial arts master, you can throw somebody across the room that way. Now, in the normal state, your energy just sort of stagnates. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to practice with your energy, and you need to practice moving it around so that it will begin to move and to begin to circulate and not be stagnant. Now, one of the first things that you would learn how to do is what is called prana pull-ups. Okay, so I'm going to illustrate that with you real quick. Now, you get your hand like this. Okay, let me turn it around the other way so that you can see. You get your hand like this, okay, and put this down by your chi chakra. And now imagine the prana and the force of your energy body, and then move up and feel you will feel a slight tingling sensation within your body as you move this up to about the level of your third eye chakra. Pause there for a second, and then go back down. Now, what you also need to do is combine this movement with a breath in and a breath out. So you're going to breathe in as you move up, and you're going to breathe out as you move down. So let's take in a breath, and as you're taking in the breath, move the prana up your spine. Pause for a second, and then let out your breath. Okay, let's do it again. Breathe in. Now, at first you may only feel a slight tingling sensation as you do that, but as you practice this, you will get better. And you can either do this before or after meditation, but that helps get the energy moving. Now, you can also move with your hands, your energy, and imagine that you're in a swimming pool and that you're making waves. And then you can push the energy down, with a movement like this, and you can pull it up. Bring it up here, move it around, and those are the prana exercises for today and the energy movements for today. Those are some of the basic ones that you can do. Let me see if we have enough time for me to go into another subject. And we've only got 5 minutes left. Real quickly, I would like to begin to instruct you on psychic self-defense. And so let's do that. The computer is doing something right now. Hold on a minute. The reason I hate Windows is because there's always some irritations going on. Anyway, and some distractions. Okay, so what you need to do is take both of your hands like this. Okay, take your hands like this. Put that down by your base chakra or your chi chakra. Okay, now I want you to close your eyes and imagine that there is a sword going out. Now, what I like to do is imagine that there is a lightsaber from, like the Jedis use on Star Wars. Okay, so visualize the sword. Okay, now that you got the sword visualized, bring up the sword and begin to cut the cords. Imagine that there are a webbing of cords around your body. Go everywhere around your back and underneath your feet and everywhere, and cut the cords in that way, because you see each person that you've ever encountered has a cord on you. Okay? So by cutting the cords, you are releasing yourself from their psychic influence. And this influence in most cases is very light and not too strong, but in many cases it is pretty strong. And so, for example, if somebody's in love with you or something else like that, maybe you don't love them back, they still have a cord that they've attached on you. And this method will help you to release that cord. Now, since we're almost out of time, I will go into more of this on the next video, okay? Because this is more conducively done on video than in any other way. Now, I want you to remember why we're doing what we're doing and the kind of world that we're trying to create. And if you're willing to come along, I invite you to come down here or to join us. We're going to be starting live streaming webcasts once a week in about a week or two. And I invite you to join us in these live webcasts, and you'll be able to ask whatever questions that you may have. Okay, so until next time, then, this is M. John Allen saying goodbye, everybody.